Hello and welcome back, Long Darkers. We are here for another episode where we are prepping an interloper run for the Cougar. And so, if you were here last time, we prepared everything we need to forge. We have enough coal to get the forge up to temperature. We have enough scrap metal to make our knife and our hatchet, as well as a bunch of arrowheads. And I think that's kind of the plan. So hopefully we can teach a little bit about Interloper in the process, and we'll see how that foraging goes. So let's get our Cougar bait run loaded up. We are in Trapper's cabin. I think the ideal plan would be if there is a rabbit outside of Trapper's. We do need that second gut for our bow, so it'd be nice to kill that real quick and get the gut out, and then we'll head to forage in an ideal world. So I guess we'll have to see how that looks when we get up. Yeah, we have our one gut. We have a birch. There's our pelt. I was wondering where that pelt was. Alrighty. So food-wise, not a ton.
I'm not sure I can carry much.
But since we're going through Forlorn Muskeg, we should find just an absolutely enormous amount of cattails, which should be good. And like I said, if we can kill a rabbit here, I guess we can probably eat it as well. But otherwise, we're just going to head straight to Forlorn Muskeg and go forage at Spence's. It's pretty cold. 16, yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. Those are flyovers, so there is not a carcass, and there usually isn't one anywhere near Trappers. So let's see if our rabbit friends are back. Last episode they were not present. I hear them. Aha. Alright, so let's get a fire going. We'll cook it, eat it, get the gut out. I'm not sure if I'm going to worry about taking the hide off. Are we about to get sun here? Is the weather about to change? Can we get a mag lens fire? I would really appreciate that. Though we do have matches now, so. Alright, where are we windproof? Windproof? Windproof over here? Over here? I mean, there's not much wind, but surely there's a place that's windproof. It is this side of the house. Alright, let's see. Are we about to transition? We are into Maglens weather. Alright. Still only 60. I don't think I want to waste the accelerant. Probably should have dropped the rabbit, but I don't think there's any predators anywhere near here that are going to get to us before this fire gets going. So yeah, let's get a fire going. We'll probably don't need all the water that we have on us right now. Hey, first try.
Perfect.
Love that. I don't want to get too cold. We have plenty of coal, so alright, let's get this off. Yeah, I don't want to waste an enormous amount of time. So yeah, I think we'll get this going. We'll cook this. We'll get the hide off. We might sleep for an hour to get some energy and warmth back. We'll see what our temperature and our energy looks like. 37 minutes. I do miss my my 205-day run where this would cook in like 28 minutes. Alright, let's get this gut off. Fastest with the hacksaw. And like I said, I don't think I'm going to worry about the pelt right now, necessarily. I don't need to cook any of those. Do I want to get the pelt off? It is still pretty early, which means it's going to be kind of cold, so maybe we should. We get a little bit of food in us, not a whole lot. That's fine. Let's make sure that this lasts. However long is this going to take me? Gross. 40 minutes? Alright. Make sure that that lasts. Maybe we will get this to warm up. And maybe we'll drop these just to get them warm in case we just want to go. You can always use the coffee to give us a little bit more energy. Yeah, we're going to be warm by the time this is done, so. Alright, let's get this off. Evaluate the water situation in a second. I believe we have an enormous amount of water on us. Yeah, 9 liters is way too much, so need that in my life. And then torches. We have a lot, but they're somewhat terrible. Alright.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Let's drop this stuff inside. We'll drop a decent amount of water. We're going to be foraging, and so we're going to be able to make a lot of water on that forge. So I don't think I need... let's drop the gut before I forget. Gut. That's... We're also carrying a ton of scrap metal and wood, so... we don't need all this. I'm not going to worry about organizing it. Let's just drop 7 of these liters. 8 of these liters. Just kidding. I'm gonna feel real stupid if we get out there and run out of water or something. So, alrighty. Good weather. Beautiful weather.
I need to find food.
Let's take a torch. That is just absolutely pathetic. Alrighty. Am I going to break my ankle trying to get down from here? Probably. Alright. Forlorn muskeg it is. We are pretty lean, we are pretty mean, we are pretty warm. And so we'll just have to knock on wood for some good weather. Like this to hang around. So yeah, I think the plan is, I want to kind of walk around the edge, not through the marsh, around the edges, because we hopefully will find a maple. That's the last thing we need for the bow. We have the 2 guts now that are curing. We do need a maple, so if we find one on the way, we could chop it and leave it in one of the caves. Since we're going to go around the edge, there's the cave to Bleak Inlet, and that maple could start curing a little bit while we forage. There's also just a normal cave with a warmth bonus that will help cure as well. That's a little bit further between the Bleak Inlet Cave and Spence's. So I think yeah, it'll normally it's faster to kind of go cut through the middle of Forlorn Muskeg and go through the marsh, but I don't recall finding any saplings out in the marshy area. I mean, there's just no trees out there, so it makes sense that there wouldn't be a whole bunch of saplings to find. There probably are a few here or there, but I know for sure I found saplings around the edges. A lot of saplings, if you're looking for saplings. Forlorn Muskeg is one of those places where you can find an enormous amount around the edges, though. So yeah. We'll do that. We'll walk around the edges of the marsh instead of through the middle. It'll be a little bit slower than going straight through. It's also generally, I would say, safer, because if you get out in the middle and all of a sudden the weather changes and it's foggy, it can be fairly easy to lose your way, especially if you're not super familiar with the path. It's not too bad. Pick up this birch bark. If you go to Poacher's Camp, and you have a clear day like this, you can kind of point yourself at, there's like a rock kind of archy feature, and then if you just kind of march your way across towards that. Once you get to that area, then you should be able to see Spence's. And even if you can't, there's only like one-ish kind of islandy thing to go past. Maybe if I remember, I'll point it out. So yeah, we look for maple, we look for cattails, we avoid wolves, and hopefully we'll be at Spence's before we know it, ready to forge.
Come on. Get the fire.
I'm gonna swap this torch out before we go through, just so I don't lose it in the transition or anything weird. This torch is awful. I even took it. We're gonna have to start chomping on some cattails here in a sec. Since we're doing a good job, we should be getting well fed here in a little bit. I think this is day 3. I don't want to stop to check or anything. So once again, there's Poacher's Camp, the overturned train cars. And that's usually my way of getting to the forge if I want to get there as fast as possible. There's also a friendly wolf, usually right on top of this hill. Like if I'm going this direction, he's like right on the other side of the hill. So this particular wolf has mauled me more than I would care to admit. There he is. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Alright, let's, this torch is about to die, so let's just get rid of you before the torch goes out. Stay up nice and high here so we can see further. Looking for wolves and saplings. Probably maple. There's another wolf down there. I suppose I will just, I don't have anything on me that smells. Getting like snowblind right now. You know, if I see a maple over there, like I will deal with the wolf if I have to for a maple. For a birch, probably not. I don't see a maple. Getting rid of all these crappy torches. Seed. Cat stick. Thought that big reed right there was a sapling for a sec. Mr. Wolf. Sapling? Sapling? Mushroom? Not as good as a sapling, but some more mushrooms. I'm not going to worry about those. Alright. Let's keep looking. A really good job with like the snow blindness, which is a thing if you've ever been out in areas with a lot of snow. There's a wolf. We're gonna have to deal with him. 2 wolves. Awesome. Love to see it. 3 wolves. Just kidding. There's one out there. One right there. One right here. Yikes. Some of this ice is thin.
Sure getting cold.
then. Alright, if we fade off to the left here, do we get away from these fluffy friends of ours? Run. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully that's our dose of wolves on this path. Let's check kind of in this general. That's a birch sapling. It's not what we're looking for. There is also, I think, a moose that can spawn right up here on this little hill ahead of us, which I would not be excited to see. Man, these little scrubby things get my hopes up for being a sapling. Alright, like I said, I believe there can be a moose right up here. I've seen him outside of this cave when I've been going to and from Bleak Inlet on other runs. So, I don't want to see him right now. Normally it's... thought I heard him. Nope. It's not right here in this direct vicinity. That's the cave to Bleak Inlet. Like I said, if we got a maple at this point, we could have just dropped it there. So start curing. Grab it on the way back. Alright. Gotta eat another cat stick. Alright, let's grab these. Hard to see the torch meter on the snow because it's so bright. I have to constantly look up so I can see the meter against the sky. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to collect all these. We're definitely going to come back. And usually I like to go back this way just because there are two caves, so if the weather changes, there's a couple places you can stop and hole up and try to ride out a blizzard or bad fog or wind or something like that. Oops, don't use this, please. Alright. Sapling. Looking for saplings. Knowing the way that I find loot, I probably missed like 2, so if you see one, just let me know. I am notoriously blind to the thing that I'm actually looking for. Like all these little scrub brushes, I'm going to find immediately. But the actual sapling, maybe not so much. Here's the other cave. This one is not, this is the one that's just an outdoor cave. Or it has a warmth bonus, but it's not like a transition cave. Alright, I think we're going to start kind of moseying faster towards... There's the moose. Okay. Alright, so we don't have to worry about him. We know where he's located right now. Yeah, start moseying towards...
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Is that a sapling? Or is that a root? On that tree. It is. We're certainly not going to get to it that direction. Eat all my cat sticks, apparently. We haven't been quite close enough to the water to gather a lot of cattails.
I need to find food.
I am aware. Astrid, I am aware. 2 torches left, so we're gonna have to either start a fire or get to the forge. That is a root. Right there on the bottom side of that upturned tree. I'm gonna call that a root. Maybe we'll take a closer look on the way back. Alright, so here's the bunkhouses. Any maple? Any maple? Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to find one somewhere. In the interest of time, because I only have 2 torches, I think I'm gonna not do too much looting here. If we see stuff like, oh hey, hacksaw. This is a pretty common, I don't know what common, but I've found a hacksaw here before. I did want to look for that. I already have one, but it's nice to have an extra. Especially early on, like I don't, I'm about to get, hopefully, a knife and a hatchet, but early on, if that's your only way to harvest stuff, you can wear it down pretty quick. Up here, I believe, is the prepper cache. So if you need an indoor place to sleep, you just walk up that little hill right there. And there's the little bunker. It should have a bed in it. I'm gonna eat a cat stick. Alright, usually there's a few wolves around Spence's, so let's be on our toes. Had just the right amount of torches. Alright, let's gloves, are those better? No, because they're all worn out. So there's usually wolves around here, so I try to be careful. The crows over there are usually around a deer carcass, so that can be some food that you can pretty consistently count on. Ooh, a parka, I'll take it. I don't know if I need that right now or want it, but hold on to it for a sec. Yeah, like I said, here's some coal, you can usually count on that. Wood, there's usually some amount of it around here. Always 2 dog foods back there. Always check behind that crate. And a little bit more wood.
This will come in handy.
Matches. Love it. Love it. Sure. These crates, I believe this one right here, if you break down, there is stuff inside of it. Always. I always forget what is inside of it. So what time is it? I guess we just start forging. Yes, we just start forging. Torch. I don't want to use my birch bark. I don't need the accelerant. Since it looks like we could still get a mag lens fire, even if we fail this a couple times.
Come on, little
I'm not
fire.
gonna worry about accelerant.
Why didn't that work?
Why didn't that work? That's a good question. Cattail heads we are low on. Okay. I'm gonna fail too many times. I have to go back and find some tinder or make it. 2 liters. Alright. Cattail. Alrighty, let's get this forge up to temperature. So you need to be 150. Each coal adds 20, if I remember correctly. I don't think that is enough, but I was about to say, usually there's some scrap metal. We can harvest those. Why did I put in 4? Give me the 80-ish, 100, 120. Since I have no torches, let's grab one of those before I forget. It's a classic mistake. And we are at 125. And then each stick adds 5 degrees. Although you can't add, sticks don't add any heat over like 30 or something, so I should have just added those sticks at the start. Alright, I guess we have to do coal, which we have plenty of, so we're good. We have a massive 8.5 hour fire. Alright, let's eat some food so we don't get hungry during this process. First priority is always the knife, because that's what you need to make your bow. Cool. Alright, we got lots of... oh my god, I didn't bring any cloth. I did not think about that. Alright, is there anything we can destroy for cloth? Are we about to destroy our socks for cloth? Mistakes have been made, chat. I need 2 cloth. Alrighty, I cannot destroy the thermals. That would be really stupid. Harvest, no, that's cured leather. So if we swap this... Yeah, that'll happen. I was not thinking. I was so worried about coal and scrap metal that I did not at all think about the idea that you do need a cloth. 3 hours. Alright. 4 hours. Ah, that water boiled away. Thought I could go a little further. Oh, I have to start over? See... Many, many mistakes were made, chat. Yeah, that water's gonna boil.
Dusk, so I can't be far behind.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna have to harvest something else to make our hatchet. The thin wool sweater is like what you want endgame. But these socks suck, so providing almost nothing right now. So wood will not raise the temperature, but it can increase the duration of the fire, so that's what we're going to use this stuff for. 4 hours. 5 hours. Guess we can't make water because we can't stop in the middle, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I am going to worry about eating enough food. I'd like to preserve the syrup because you can use it to cook pancakes, and that gives you lots of calories, and it also gets your cooking up instead of just chugging it. Alright, let's go hatch it. 4 hours. I wish it told you how many calories it would cost you to do that. Alright, and now we need arrowheads. Let's break this down real quick.
Tired.
Now we can start boiling water. Let's throw that reclaimed wood in. I've already forgotten how long it takes to make arrowheads.
Starving.
An hour. It takes 2 hours to boil the water. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Should have enough. Alright, let's eat some more cat sticks. Alrighty. It's daylight again. Alright, how many? We only have 2 more, so we have another 2 hours. We can make another set. And I don't have enough time on this, so let's throw at least 2 hours in. Should we drink enough water? And then let's forge our arrowheads. And then we'll have to decide what we're going to do after that. Like I said, there's a box up there that has some loot in it. I always forget what is in that box. But it could be something that we look at. Although we're really tired, we do need to sleep some so that we can make our way back. What is that? Oh, I'm getting mapped anyway. I don't even know what I'm looking. Alright. So we only have 37 minutes on this. We have plenty of coal to lengthen this. I think if we could sleep for like 6 hours, that would get us to midday, get us a decent amount of energy to walk ourselves back to Mystery Lake. So, and it takes 45 minutes to break this thing down. 39 with the hatchet. Alright, so let's break that down, because there might be food in there, or I could use the wood. So let's make sure we have 45 minutes on our fire. Two. It's our brand new hatchet. Put it to use here. We'll get some. Yeah, accelerant. That's what's in here. Okay, now I remember that. Left behind.
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna.
And yeah, since we're kind of low on food, I don't want to be like hanging out here for all that long. Because we need to go. We need to get some food in our lives. But yeah. Sun's about to come up. So yeah, like 5-6 hours. And then we'll probably hike back through the middle and gather cattails on the way. I don't think there's any point in going back through the outside because we're not going to find the maples apparently, unless I'm completely blind. Alright, let's sleep for an hour while that boils. This is always in range of that forge, so you can always sleep here if you have the forge up to temperature. You're going to be plenty warm. Sun's coming up. 8 arrowheads. It's a good, decent amount. We could chop some of this stuff up. There's usually like a... Yeah, there's always a metal shelf here. Sometimes there's like a door to a locker or whatever that you can chop to. Alright, pick up. Alright, and then I think we're just gonna add enough for like maybe 4 hours to sleep. I'm gonna use all my gold for that. Three hours? I kind of want 4 hours to be safe. So we'll use all the gold. But we'll go for 4 hours, we'll sleep. And then we'll head back.
Your day is dawning.
We'll start looking for maple. Cool. Alright, we have an amount of energy. It got foggy. I was gonna head back through the middle, but that seems like a bad idea right now. Let's real quick check over here for... it's not that foggy. Decent visibility, and it's not even that cold. When it is foggy, it does tend to raise the temperature up. That's actually pretty consistent with what should happen in real life. Because I believe the water in the air holds on to heat very well. Chemistry has a high specific heat. Alrighty. I missed that. How did I miss that? Do I want to turn that into... I might as well turn that in. To an arrowhead or two, huh? We got the temperature up. Takes an hour. Alright, then we certainly have to get out of here and we have to get some food. So we need some torches for that. I'm probably gonna have to waste another coal, aren't I? All these torches. Maybe we'll stop by that deer carcass that is almost certainly out there, which is what the crows are squawking about. Alright, all these torches. We're not even close to overweight. Alright. And all kinds of crows. We do need some sticks. We need some food. We need a maple. There's 2 deers and 2 wolves. Fantastic. Is it worth it? I'm pretty hungry, and I could use the deer hide, so I think we're going to go after one of these deers. We can, wonder if the wolves killed... Well, if they killed it, they'd be eating it. We also need feathers for sure to make our arrows. Excuse me. Feather. Okay. We're wasting a birch bark because I don't have any tinder either.
That's a good one.
Any cattails around here? Particularly? Alright, we're gonna waste another coal. It's not wasted. Alright, we're gonna get the hide off this while our meat cooks. So we'll need hides to make deer clothing, so Not gonna worry about the guts. I do not want to carry that through foggy, forlorn muskeg, where there's literally wolves right there. Oh, feather resupply. Love to see it. I don't think I need any water, right? Surely? No. Let's get this hide off. An hour. Oh god. 40 minutes. Thank you. It's because it's frozen. If it was defrosted, it would be less. I think usually your hands are the best when it's defrosted. When it's frozen, a tool will always be faster. Alright, Astrid, I got you some amount of calories. Alright. Let's walk directly away from the wolves. I need some cattails. My life. This little house usually has some loot in it. Sure, there's a coal or two, scrap metal or two, some wood. There's the wood. There's a chair you can break down with your hands. Yeah, there's the coal. Check these drawers. Gonna need some socks since we had to destroy our socks. Oh, cattails. Nature's bounty. Alright, so I think we're gonna head back to Trappers. Or just, I don't know, we can figure that part out specifically, but we need a maple, and I'm trying to think, where in Mystery Lake have I found a maple before? I'm sure I have, but maple are the more rare of the saplings. So, the fact that we have not found one is not surprising at all. It is pretty consistent with my findings in this game. Cattails, replenish our stock, keep our... Do we have well? We do have well fed. Oh yes, kicked in. I wasn't even paying attention when that happened. Check this little area. There's not usually much here, but yeah, like I said, here's, you know, like always a little bit of scrap, a little bit of wood in the vicinity of all the forges. Okay, so the way that I know how to get back is to go on this side. So I'm gonna go on this side. It's always a good plan to just do what you're comfortable with. If you know how to get back in a certain way, you should just do that. Unless you're up for a little more adventure in your life. I don't know if you could throw that while harvesting cattails, but now I know. Alright, let's get up on this little hill. Stick. Stick. So there are, you know, a few trees around here. So that means there could be a sapling, I guess, but we will keep our eyes open for saplings. I believe this ice is thin. I think it's usually the darker blue ice that is thin. If it's going to be thin. That was not thin, that's okay. I don't need that in my life anyway. For saplings, there's a burdock. Not a sapling, but can be turned into food. Can make these in teas. The burdock is actually, it's more calories if you eat it than if you turn it into a tea. But if you do need the antibiotics, it can be an antibiotic tea if you don't have any mushrooms or antibiotics around. Sure, there's wolves. Yeah, I was about to say, where are my wolf friends? There's another carcass. Okay, please go away. Really? That behavior reminds me of, like, when you have a bear coat. This is that arch I was talking about that I try to point myself at. You can't see Poacher's Camp, but it's like general direction over there. It's another carcass, and I am hungry again. And I do need torches, or I do need hides. So, are you gonna be weird again? No, you're gonna be more normal, but you're still gonna go find something else to do, please. Alright, torch. We have cattails now. Stick. Alright. Be nice to get this started in one go, just in case that wolf comes back.
Come on,
Anything stinky,
come on.
but I'll save this torch. It's kind of. Is that another carcass over there? Is that what those birds are hovering around? Alright. We have more coal that we just picked up. So let's get this off. Hacksaw is always best when it's frozen. Gets it off. Well, best in terms of it gets it off the fastest.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I know, master. I know. 10 minutes is not a lot of time. What can we craft? Sure, that's food. Minutes. Fire. It's probably gonna take 40 to get this off, right? Sure is. Alrighty. We're gonna have to start hustling back towards Mystery Lake.
I need to find food.
And we're gonna run out of light, and you never know when the weather could change, so. There's the high blind. There's a loot kind of area right there. There's a wolf in the way, though. Unfortunately, whenever you access like these kind of spawned-in carcasses, whenever you start harvesting them, it starts their decay. So you can literally leave these for like hundreds of days, and they'll still be here as like feather farms. Sometimes what I'll do with some of these carcasses, how many torches do I have? 8. Maybe we'll heat up a tea, just in case it gets colder. But since I've accessed this, now it will start to despawn, and if I don't want to gut, I don't want to drag that through for this. We're gonna go past the bear. It's just not a good idea. So we're doing really well. We don't want to do anything stupid. Let's harvest this real quick. We can put it back on and then take it as a torch. We can harvest the other one too. It's heavy. Sticks weigh less than torches, so I always try to turn them into sticks whenever I can. Mr. Wolf Friend. Yeah, as soon as I step away, it's like, my turn. He's far enough away. We're walking in the opposite direction. We should be able to get rid of him. Take the long way around this rock, just to make sure he goes away. There's another wolf to the left. Fantastic. And another carcass. Since we're probably going to have to walk directly at this second wolf, we might get rid of our friend behind us. Can't even see him. There's some burdock. I don't know that I'm going to stop. We're getting pretty tired at this point. I do have a bedroll, so I could sleep somewhere, but I'd have to make a fire, almost certainly. Yeah, so once the other one aggroes, the first one kind of goes into, like, maintenance mode. That guy's fleeing. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Have to pick up another stone. don't want to run out of stones if you're using that to keep wolves away. These guys are really interested because they can tell I'm tired. Wolves kind of have like an invisible ability to sense like your afflictions. They're more annoying when you're tired. More persistent for sure. Here's some stones. Let's grab one. Alright, let's go off to the left here. Alright, here's the train tracks. We can see the power lines. So once you find those, you know. Oh, it's the fucking bear. Jesus Christ. I don't have anything stinky on me. Okay. He looks like he's going to the left. Make a big loop around this rock. I don't know where the wolf is, which side of the rock he's on. Oh, bear, please, no. Yeah, I believe bears can also kind of sense when you're tired too. He hasn't like growled at me, the bear, so I'm not super worried yet. Nice wolf. Alright. Get to the train tracks. And then we can slowly slog our way out of here. Lost track of the bear. It's not ideal. There he is. Okay, please. Just leave me alone. Of course he's going to go the exact direction that I want to go. We're going to have a friend for a while, I think. We are looted Poacher's Camp, so I'm not that interested in going in there. I could, you know, make a fire in the fire barrel there and sleep if I wanted to, but I think at this point we're just gonna tough it out and slowly slog our way back to Mr. Lake. Alright, we're gonna grab a couple more cattails. I think that wolf should be gone now. It's not to say we won't find a new one. Ton of water, so maybe we can chuck some of that, be a little bit lighter. Getting some more visibility. So that bear's cave is right in that little rock, you know, right at the base of this little rock cluster that we're looking at. So if you're ever looking for the bear, that's where he will spawn. Doesn't mean he's not out wandering like he is right now. Some nice weather now, just like right in time for us to not need the visibility. There's the wolf is still running. He probably got too close to the bear. Wolves, when they get close to bears, will just flee like that. So if you ever just happen to see a wolf fleeing for no apparent reason, that's because there's a bear around, or I think they do it for a moose as well. I think they will flee from mooses as well. Alright, so we're still looking for maple, but not seeing anything. Get rid of some of these crappy torches, we'll get a little bit lighter. enough energy to really run. Alrighty. So yeah, I think we'll head back to. You want to go to Trappers? That's where the guts are. I feel like that's a good place. Although all my birch are in camp. Well, there's one birch, but it's probably not cured. The other birch that are in camp office are probably going to be cured first. So maybe we'll go there. And that way, if it's like a blizzard or whatever and we need to kill some time, we can craft some arrows. I'm trying to remember where Maple might be located in Mystery Lake. I don't have a good picture. Oops, don't light it. Excuse me, what was that sound? Is a wolf over there? I was hearing wolf footsteps from that far away. Seems odd. Nice and beautiful day. Literally no complaints about this weather. We've had great weather, we've had great luck with finding the hammer and the hacksaw. Got a second hacksaw now, we got a couple of deer hides on our backpack. We got a couple guts curing. We have a pile of birch. This has been an excellent run so far. Grab a stone, take with me as a souvenir. All we're missing is maple, and that's, I mean, that's not really something to complain about. Once again, those are the most rare sapling. There's only 2 saplings, so one of them has to be the most rare. The sun is now on this side. It was over there when we were coming, so yeah, the sun is not oriented, I don't think, correctly on the maps for every map. So you get weird stuff like that, where we were walking away from the sun in Forlorn Muskeg and we haven't changed direction, now we're walking towards it, so it is what it is. Alright. Just chugging. I gotta keep talking, I guess. Maple, I know up on this hill, there's a decent amount of saplings I have found. I don't remember if any of them were maple, but there's kind of like a little area. There's the prepper bunker. There's a cave up there. You can find a bedroll. I found a bedroll in that cave up there. There's ptarmigan. There's rabbits for sure. Sometimes there's a deer carcass. So I think if we're going to be based out of camp office for the moment, then maybe that's the place we'll go to next episode. Usually maples I found around the edges of all the maps, in little nooks and crannies. There aren't very many of them, and the devs seem to like to hide them. Let's check on the other side of this just to make sure there's no wolves that I need to be aware of. Doesn't look like it. Not hearing any wolves. This sunset reminds me of an aurora kind of coming on. Usually I think this reddish orange, I feel like always happens before an aurora. Alright, at least we're getting through these crappy torches. But yeah, I think that's the plan. We'll get a nice long sleep going. We'll drop our hides in camp office. And then I think, yeah, we'll go up, we'll get around on these hills. The lake overlook cave, I believe I have found saplings as well. Once again, I can't remember if they were birch or maple, so maybe we'll check those 2 areas out. Lake overlook is closer to camp office, so maybe we'll go there first. But yeah, maple in the nooks and crannies. I think they're higher up as well. I don't know if that's an actual feature of actual maple in real life, if they grow at higher elevations, but I feel like I do find them up on mountains. Pick up all these stupid sticks. I'm already exhausted. I can't lose any more carrying capacity, so I mean, you can always add more stuff and get slower, but a few sticks here and there shouldn't slow me down very much. There's a deer. In the not too distant future, we can be hunting that deer. With our fancy new survival bow, if we can figure that out.
I could eat a horse.
I bet you could, Astrid. Could you eat a deer? So there's no horses. Right. One last torch. And yeah, we're gonna need some rabbits as well. So craft our rabbit hat and our rabbit gloves. Unfortunately, there's no craftable socks because we are currently not wearing socks. Because I was an idiot. I'm pretty sure there's like curtains in Trapper's cabin. There's definitely curtains here. I could have torn those up and could have had all the cloth I need without destroying. Excuse me. Thank you. Nope. I believe these ptarmigans will despawn when they will despawn on the ground, but I think if you hold on to them,
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
they actually just stay in your inventory. So I'm gonna pick that up in case I want to grab any more. These birds are halfway cured, so back close t-shirt. Are these driving gloves any better than the stuff I'm wearing? Not particularly. Alright, let's get these deer out of the inventory. Do a little bit more inventory management when we wake up. So we are definitely tired. I mean, surely these boots are better. No, they really weren't. Huh. It takes a long time to repair them, but if I repair them, they will certainly be better, so that may be on our list of things to do in the near future. Alrighty. I think that's probably going to be it. Like I said, we'll do some more inventory management when I'm not exhausted. When my character is not exhausted. Do I have anything else to drop and cure? No. Hold on to the ptarmigan so it doesn't despawn as it can. That I did not loot. It's amazing how much stuff I find when I go through the second time. I don't know if y'all have the same experience, but we're good there. So yeah, and we can do a little bit of crafting here. I think we're gonna get rid of this fire. I don't think I need it. I have so much water. Yeah. I don't really have anything to cook. The ptarmigan are out there, but maybe we'll make broth in the morning. Broth is a ton of calories. I think we have some salt downstairs. This torch sucks. So yeah, maybe we'll craft some mushrooms here. Think about our plan for the next day. That way we can sleep 10 hours and we can wake up when it's light. Although 10 hours is not actually going to completely fill our fatigue meter. 21 reishi mushrooms. Alright, we'll say goodbye to our torch. Harvest that. But yeah, I think the plan will be to sleep 10, probably wake up and then sleep a little bit more. Honestly, because we won't be full, but we'll see what time it is, what the temperature is like outside. And then go to maybe Lake Overlook, and then also check out, if we don't find a maple up there, the other kind of high up region. I don't even remember what that's called. It's where the prepper cache is, and there's a cave. I think it has a name, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Birch bark. Always good to have birch bark around. We can make another tea or two, keep us warm when we're out looking for maple.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
What is our food supply looking like right now? We have a lot of cattails. We have some burdock. So yeah, Maybe we'll go Lake Overlook because there's usually a deer carcass up there as well. So we can get some food. There's always rabbits up there, so if we get a couple rabbits and a deer carcass, that should get us some decent calories to get us through the day. Do I want to sleep? I'm definitely not going to be waking up when it's light out, and I'm losing health because the fatigue, but you'll heal about 30, I think it's 38, no, 32, 33, it's about a third of your HP if you sleep a full 10 hours. And so I have way less than that to heal up, so I can, eat a few ticks of damage here. So yeah, alright, well let's, so 275, I think when you turn it into a tea, it's the same as these, where it turns into like 100 calories, so I always just eat my burdock. But yeah, to sleep 10 hours on Interloper, that's the most you can sleep before you start losing health, because that's when you'll become dehydrated. And then you'll start losing health after that point. So yeah, we'll go 10. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Hopefully you found it entertaining and informative. And the plan will be next time to go find a maple. So I think I got a couple places that I think we can look. And then we'll see what the curing looks like in terms of our birch. These are going to take quite a while.
Starving.
2/3 of the way there. We do have salt, so we can maybe make some broth. That'll be 850 calories, I believe. But anyway, we'll figure that out on the next time. So yeah, hopefully you'll join us again. We'll be looking for maple. Try to get our maple curing so we can get our bow as soon as possible. We'll see what happens. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.